Okay, the next plugin we're going to look at is quite a biggie, so it's going to video all to itself because it's a very useful plugin, but it's one that we need to get right to make it useful. So let's go to Add New under Plugins and pop in the name WordPress SEO and click on Search. And once it comes in, we're looking for WordPress SEO by Yoast. If you ever visit Yoast.com, he's got some great posts on there about WordPress, about SEO for WordPress especially. It's quite high level stuff, so if you're not a techie or you're not an expert at WordPress, you might not be ready for it yet, but it is really, really good information. So all we need to do is click on Install to get that installed, and we're now going to activate it. And then once it's activated, if I minimize that and that, it'll appear down the bottom here. It's this icon that says SEO. So we'll click on that, and we've got a few options in the left hand menu there. Again, if I minimize some of these, we've got the dashboard itself, we've got titles, indexation, XML sitemaps, permalinks, internal links, RSS, and import and export. Edit files we're unlikely to use for the foreseeable future. We will probably do a video for that later on. Okay, dashboard, basically we need to tick a couple of options here. We want to make sure that we're getting the right stuff indexed, basically. This plugin is an SEO plugin. It's basically designed to make your WordPress site more designed for search engine optimization, to make sure that Google likes it more, indexes more pages in the right way, doesn't index pages that we don't want indexed where there's duplicate copies, so we don't end up with duplicate content. So it's a very important plugin. It is something that you only really need to do once though, because you can save the settings and import those into another blog. Okay, so on here we simply need to tick the first two options, click on Save Settings, and then we'll move on to Titles. Okay, the next one, Titles, is the biggie. This is the most fiddly to do, most difficult, for two reasons. First of all, we've got to put some tag descriptions or some keyword descriptions in here. And secondly, we need to take this part here where it says title, PHP, etc. All of that, we need to copy that. I'm just going to highlight it, use Control-C to copy it, because we need to pop that into our theme. If you're using certain themes, it will be done automatically. I think they may be listed at the bottom here. No, they're not. I think it's like Thesis is one of them. There's a couple of themes that do it automatically. Basically, if this isn't working properly on your theme, you're going to need to do this. I would do it as default anyway to make sure it is working properly. It's not difficult. What we need to do is we go to Appearance and go to the Editor. So we've highlighted that and copied it. We go into the editor, we choose the header file, and what we're looking for is the title tag. See the opening title tag here, because that's what we're going to be replacing, the whole of the title tag. So what you need to do is find the ending title tag. That's the opening one. This is the ending one. You can tell the ending one because it's got that front slash in front of it after the open bracket. Okay, so that's the end of the title tag, that's the beginning of the title tag. So what we need to do is highlight the whole lot and then Control V or right click and paste to paste that piece of code that we previously copied, that part there. Okay, so we've made that change, we've replaced the title. All we then need to do is click on Update File. If you're worried about doing this at all, what you could do is copy all of the code in here first into a text pad, so you can just copy it back if you make any mistakes. Just a little tip there. Okay, click on Update File. We've now got a new title in there that agrees with what we need from within SEO, WP SEO. Okay, so let's go back to Titles. Okay, one thing I should have mentioned actually on the dashboard there, if you're using something like Google Webmaster Tools, Analytics, things like that, you can put the information you need in there as well. I don't tend to use that, I use other ways of tracking the data. Okay, so titles. The irritating part here is putting the information into these particular fields. So what I've done is I've created a text file for you, the link for which will be under this video, so that what you can do is simply come to each of these fields and copy and paste the part that you need. So the first part is title template. I'm copying it and then pasting it. The next one is the meta description template. Let me just make sure I'm getting all of that. I'm going slightly off screen here. If I move it back across, you'll see what I'm doing. Just go and grab all of that and paste it into there. The next one is the meta keywords tag, so I'm going to copy that and paste it into the relevant field there. Again, if I move these back across, you can see it more easily. Basically what I'm doing is running through and matching each of these up to where they need to be in here. I'll pause the video while I run through the rest. Okay, so basically what I've done is zoomed through and copied and pasted all the codes into the relevant fields. Now some of these you'll never actually need, for instance down the bottom, date archives, author archives. Author archives you're unlikely to ever use, but once you've got it in there we can export this and you can keep it and use it for future sites, which is the important bit. So just copy and paste from that text file that I created. As said, that the link for this will be under this video, so you just need to grab those each one and copy and paste it into the relevant field on this page. And that will be it done. Obviously, once you've got the information updated, you do need to put in your own primary keyword site name in this first title template and your site description in the meta description template. Make it something good. What you're after here is something keyword based, but something that will actually get people to click through and come and visit your site, because this is what effectively they're going to see in the search engine results. So you want it to be appealing to them. Okay, you want a call of action in there effectively, and keep those under 70 characters and under 155 characters. I think you can actually on some search engines get away with more than that now, but keep it to 155 and you know that will get listed. Okay, so go through. As I said, this is a biggie, takes a few minutes, but just get it right, get it done. These are all the tags that you can use if you want to play around with it, and then just click on Save Titles Settings and that will update, and we're done with that particular page, which, as I say, is the toughest. Next we're going to have a look at indexation. Okay, so let's click on the indexation page and go and have a look. Basically what we're controlling here is what gets indexed and what doesn't on our site. There is a new bit here, Open Graph Facebook. I'm not actually going to play with that at the moment because it's new and I've not actually played with it, so I also don't think I'm likely to be using that at the moment, so we'll come back and look at that in a future video. The important bits here are to tick most of these boxes. We do want the first, in fact we want pretty much all of these ticked except the bottom two by the looks of it. Yep. So tick all those right down to category and tag archives, leave those two unticked. Okay, and then we scroll on down a bit further. Okay, basically I'm not going to try and explain all of this because it will make the video far too long. Internal nofollow settings, tick all three. Archive settings, tick both. Let's scroll down a bit further. And robots meta settings, just the first two. Leave the second two unticked, so tick the first two. And the last lot, hide RSD links, yes, yes, oops, yes, yes. Leave this one, hide start relation links, leave that one unticked. Tick these two and hide RSS, no. Okay, so on clean up head section, tick the first four, leave that one unticked, next two, leave that one unticked. If I try to explain exactly why we're doing all of this, this video would be 20-30 minutes long. Okay, so just trust those are the settings you need. Click on Save Index Settings, and if you need to, you can always rewind back through this video if you need to check those settings. What I will try and do is get a screenshot of them done to also add, but that probably won't be immediately. Okay, next we've got XML sitemaps. Okay, with XML sitemaps, the first thing to do is tick the box to enable the XML sitemap functionality. This is one of the cool things about this plugin because it means you no longer need a separate plugin for creating the sitemap. What we want to do here is tick most of these basically. Yeah, we want to do that. No, we don't want to tick those. Okay, exclude post types and exclude taxonomies. We leave those unticked. So tick the one at the top so everything appears, tick the add images, tick ping Google, ping Bing, ping Yahoo and pingass.com. That is all we need to do on that one. Okay, so then save the sitemap settings. Okay, permalinks is next, so let's bring that page up and we want to tick the first one, leave the second one unticked. Tick the third one, redirect attachments, and redirect URLs, clean permalinks. Yep, so tick the first one, not the second, tick the third and fourth, and scroll down a bit. Forced transport, we'll leave that as default, and we tick both of these, and that's it. So click on Save Permalink section settings, and next we're going to look at internal links. Okay, internal links we're not actually going to do anything with at the moment. Breadcrumbs can be really cool, but if you don't know what you're doing and you get it wrong, and that's very easy to do if you've got the wrong theme, then it can all go badly wrong. So we'll probably come back and revisit that in a later video. It does work automatically with certain themes such as hybrid, thesis or thematic, but other than that I would steer clear of this just for the moment. It's a little bit more advanced. Okay, next we'll have a look at RSS. Okay, RSS is one of the easy ones, or at least the tick boxes are. The first one we want to tick because we don't want the comments feed indexed. The second one we leave unticked. The third one we do tick. Now the really nice bit with this is the bit down here where we can add content effectively to our RSS feed. Now often what will happen is your blog will get targeted to be pulled down or scraped by someone else to use as their content. Now obviously they're stealing your content and putting it on a free blog system like WordPress.com or something like that, Blogspot. What you can do to make sure you get some value out of that is put a link in there. These are the links that you can use. What I'm actually going to do is, this is the format that I use, and I put it in the bottom one. So after every bit of RSS content there is a link back to my original post. Okay, so they're effectively giving me backlinks, so they're doing some work for me if they scrape and use my content, which is kind of cool. Okay, so pop something like that in there, original post, whatever you want to put as the description, and make sure you have that post link tag in there, which is this first one here. Okay, then click on Save RSS Settings, and next we'll have a quick look at import and export. This basically, at the moment, for some reason on mine, I wanted to use the export so that I could give it to you and you could import it, but it's not working for some reason. Once I work out what's going wrong there, I will actually do an export and save the file and put a link for it under this video so that you can grab that and use that as your default. But for the moment it's not working, but this will allow you, providing yours does work, to export and save that file so that you can then use it for all your blogs, so it makes the whole process a lot quicker and easier. Okay, you can also import from other WordPress plugins like Headspace 2, All-in-One SEO, and the really old version of All-in-One SEO, in case you use some of those as well. Okay, that's a very quick look at the WordPress SEO plugin. It's very powerful, it does a lot. There is some more that it does in edit files, but we'll look at those later on as well in a separate video. Okay, just follow the instructions. Don't forget, you can pause this video, you can rewind it if you need to, if you miss anything. Take it slowly, make sure you get the settings right, and get it done. Okay, thanks very much for watching. We'll go on to the next video in training now.